Okay, here's the situation. First of all, don't mind the aggressive purring that's happening. She won't be here much longer. Just wanted to say hello, right? Yeah. I've managed to put off playing Football Manager FM24 until this point. I always try to put it off because it consumes us, doesn't it? And I've been waiting for a good 5 years for South Shields to finally be available in the base game. I don't play with any mods or anything, so just waiting for them to get promoted to the Panorama National North so that I could play with them in the game. I've got a strange attachment to that team. And so finally, they were available to play, and my favorite mode of play for Football Manager is to take a team from the lowest league and stay with them, see them through to the Prem, and maybe eventually make a run for Europe and the Champions League. And so it was a no-brainer that it was gonna be South Shields this year. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna take you through an overview of my season so far, and then we're gonna play the final game of the season together, and everything is on the line here. If we win this, we get promoted in our first season. If we lose, we stay in this league. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let me know what you think. Football Manager is the type of game that I'd love to just stream because I could go for hours at a time, but I feel like it wouldn't make for very good ASMR because I'm gonna make a concerted effort in this video to stay subdued, but I get so immersed in the game that I really sort of lose my marbles when I play Football Manager. Now, fair warning, I'm asking my little laptop to do quite a bit in this video, so you will probably hear the fan fairly strongly at some points, so I'm sorry about that. But let me know what you think of this video, because if we want to make this into a series, then I'll make some adjustments maybe to improve on the quality of, because the graphics might be a little choppy too. We'll see how the laptop does, but yeah, I just love this game so much. If you're not familiar with it, but you like meticulous explanatory videos, then stick around. You might like this. And I think that I've said everything I have to say, so I'm gonna put this one down and get into the video. Okay, so here we are, nearing the very end of our first season with South Shields. Not a bad finish. Third place. Finish in the table. We spent a fair amount of time in first, and then moved down to second, and we'll get into this, but we had a lot of problems at the end of the season, well, midway through the season, that didn't help, and then our form just season, putting us in third place. 26 wins, 8 draws, 12 losses, and a goal difference of 18. This is key here, but we'll get into our schedule in a little bit. First, though, I want to look at the tactics we were using. So, our main sort of tactic throughout this season was a sort of custom gegenpress. Shout out to Jurgen Klopp. I'll have my video on him linked down in the description, so maybe a little nod to him during his final season. But also, it was one of the tactics that we were best equipped to face at the beginning of the season. We're playing with a 4-2-4. Got positive mentality. We're playing with a bit of a lower defensive line than you normally would with a gegenpress. But that is because, and again, we'll get into this, but our central defenders have been the bane of our existence this season. And Abby, though, has been a bit of a revelation. Lookman on his own. I mean, we can go quickly look at him. Baby boy, 19 years old. I hope his training set up here. Let's go look at that really quickly. No, okay, he is training as a wing back. Good. That was the intention, but look at this. Training rating 9.05. Average rating 6.87, but for a kiddo, not so bad. He was worth nothing, I don't think, at the beginning of the season. Now he can be worth up to 100k. Not letting him go, though. Look at that potential ability. So I'm gonna keep training him. We'll see what next season brings, but I've been loving Lukeman. Otherwise, we have Stevenson on loan from Newcastle. Our supporters want us to keep him next season, but there's no way. I mean, first of all, Newcastle won't let us have him back. He's on contract with them, I think, until the loan runs out, but regardless, we cannot afford to keep Stevenson other than if it's on loan, where we're paying £200 a week, and they've already said. By the way, in this game, in this save, Conte is the coach of Newcastle. They got rid of Eddie Howe. So back to our tactics here. This is our squad. We struggled with injuries this year. And again, we'll get into that a little bit, but this is who we've been playing with. We'll also get into finances, which is a big problem. But going into our final game of the season, we have CJ Clark playing through an injury, Smith playing through an injury. Who else do we have? Jenkins is out, but Jenkins is sort of like an emergency backup, so that's okay. But our team, our roster is definitely thinning out. Now, I guess quickly we can jump into the data hub, and again, we'll get into this when we look at the schedule, but this is our general performance compared to the league this year. So the orange is us, and as you can see, we're way above average in goals per game, 2.19. The big problem, and shots as well, the big problem obviously is our conceded goals per game. I mentioned the defense being our big weakness this year. We conceded an average 1.52 goals per game. actually the Panorama North average, so we're up higher than that. We're up to 1.77. That makes more sense. I was reading it as the average for the league being 0.25. There's no way. Otherwise, we're pretty average with tackles and passing. But that wasn't too much of an issue because we were able to secure games on our goal scoring, but we cannot keep going, and today that might be our downfall. Knock on wood. Very quickly, I mentioned finances before going to schedule. Let me click the finances tab, but just reserve judgment, okay? Because this is what we did this year. Listen, it was smart spending. It was an investment. We were also not really set up for success sort of going into this season. We were already overspending. I did get rid of or transfer some players, but we have improved a little bit. That's probably because it's only May 4th, but we have improved a little bit. This was all in the name of hopefully getting us a promotion, and then we'll recoup this. We'll recoup this in no time. But the board, I guess I can go into the schedule now. This is an interesting team to start with this year because when you start and you get your objectives, they basically tell you that the owner is looking to sell, and he ends up selling. And in September, there is a takeover, but the new owner apparently loves the club, but he has no intention to invest, so you can't get any more money out of him. He doesn't even want you to send your coaches on coaching courses, so that's been kind of a new one for me. I've never been denied coaching courses before, so that was interesting. But because at the beginning they're looking to sell, they're holding off on long-term plans. The main sort of required objectives are to make the playoffs and to be competitive in the FA Cup, but that's within 5 years. Now, really, the only required objective for this first season is to work within the wage budget. Which, I mean, to be fair, our committed spending is under 13 grand and our wage budget is 15. So that's the work that I've been trying to do to get us to meet that goal. But it's been tough because our committed and our actuals do not match up. So we'll see what they say. This might be a bit of a spoiler for going down the calendar, but I did already get a new contract at the club, so I guess they weren't too worried about that. The supporters' expectation was to reach the playoffs. Now, the board also wanted exciting football, which I think the Gegenpress gave them. And in fact, Gegenpress was the sort of the most attacking or positive tactic that I think we were set up for going into this season. So all of that worked out really nicely. Our preseason, I mean, we were set up to win. In the preseason, we were playing some, I think mostly lower tier teams, and we ended up winning all 5, scoring 5 goals. in our first 4 preseason games, and then Albion Rovers held us off to a 3-1 win. Now the season starts with a win, perfect, then a loss, then a win, and I have to say, we'll skip through a pretty positive August here. We win 4, draw 1, and lose 1. Now in September, start September off with a draw, and this game against Scunthorpe was a pretty highlight game. I'm a little bit worried because this is the team that we're facing in today's game in this video. So we came out of the gate with an offside goal, and then they scored a penalty in the 44th minute. Game goes on, and around the 75th minute, they tell me what time I subbed him in. I don't think so. I sub in Luke James just to try to freshen up our legs on the attack here, and he ends up scoring not 1, not 2, but a full hat trick on as a substitute. Our XG in this game was 1.25 and theirs was nearly 3, so I'll put the goals on. I think they might be a little bit choppy because I'm asking my poor little laptop to do a lot right now. But let's have a quick look at all this game's goals. Will it manage? Okay. At least we've got something here. Loading up. Okay, so this is the penalty, obviously. Bad way to start for us. We're in orange, and this is a Lufudu throw-in. He's going to bring it up the side to Heaney, who crosses it in, and James heads it beautifully into the goal. Second play comes in. Woods with a beautiful intercept and a throw ball to James. Great run, and he just taps it in the far corner. Another throw in from Lufudu, very similar play. He crosses it in, and that completes the comeback and the James hat trick. This was an incredible game. Look at this XG right here. We were not meant to win this game. Again, slightly concerning for today's game, but we'll make it. This actually unlocked an achievement on Steam to win a game with more than 1 goal, fewer XG than the opponent, and it brought us to a 6-game unbeaten streak. Again, going back up, they brought us back to the end of the year, September. At this point, we were 6 games unbeaten, which is a new team record. Now, sometime around here, I don't remember if it was for August or for September, but I did win Manager of the Month, which was very exciting. In my previous playthroughs in previous years, I didn't really get Manager. I was always like a runner-up for Manager of the Month in my first year, so that was fantastic. Down here, September 16th, we had FA Cup, second qualifying round against Sudbury. We won 6-0, and that was a new record for the biggest club win ever, a 6-point win. Very busy game on our end. Then the FA Cup, I'll have to keep coming back up, won't I? FA Cup third qualifying round came only 2 weeks later, and we lost to Tamworth at home. So big loss, took us out of the FA Cup, but that's okay. That wasn't our focus this year. Neither was the trophy, actually. I'll come back to that, but maybe the FA trophy will be a goal, an objective of ours for next year. Let's go into October. October 24th was a nightmare game against Chorley. So, we score an early goal. Great. Fantastic. Things are going well. 13 minutes in, Boney, our goaltender extraordinaire, I'm panicking that we're going to lose him for next year because I keep trying to re-sign him and he wants an immediate contract and I'm trying to start his contract at the end of the year. I can't pay him what he wants right now, but if we get a promotion, then maybe I could afford him. So I'm just hoping he holds on and doesn't get snatched up from under us. He is injury prone though, and he did get injured in this game. And I think, let me go back up to did I have a sub goalie in this game? I didn't. I had recently taken the substitute goalie off of my bench anyway, because I felt like I was taking up room for nothing. How often does your keeper get injured? Turns out pretty early on in the season. And so I had to do some shuffling, which was really bad. I had to put a defender. Who did I move back? I moved someone back to goal. I had to change my whole tactics. And then, what's this, 16 minutes later? Adams, who's supposed to be our veteran, he's team captain, he's not great, but he's like the veteran, influential player. He goes and gets a red, which I kind of understand. The pressure was on, we were panicking, but it was just shambolic from there, and they end up scoring. Somehow we did get a second one, and in fact, our 2 shots on target both went in, so that says something for our attackers, but it wasn't enough. And then Boney, our keeper, was injured for a little while, and that is reflected here. Another loss, and another loss. It did end a 10-match unbeaten streak here that we had until he got injured, and it also moved Chorley above us in the league table. That wouldn't last though. Same game, 2 of our sort of regular starting defensemen were also injured for the following game, so this was never. We're already struggling enough on defense. We were never going to win these games, but we did manage to score in all of them. Now we did win one game before all 3, so 2 defenders and Boney, our keeper, came back. So here again we're playing with Morris and Osterfield, who were not starters at this point, and Dobson, our little 21-year-old 1.5-star prospect keeper that we're unlikely to keep this coming season. But somehow, again, with our attackers Blackett, Martin, and Abby, we outscored them. Then came, let's see, the FA Trophy second round, which we won against Scarborough, who ended up winning the table. By the way, they're being promoted to the National League this coming season. Then we had the third round in December. This was Aldrickham at home. They were favorites to win, I think. Yeah, they're in the National League, so they're one tier above us. But there you go. We managed to pull out a win here. And again, around the new year, I wanted to re-sign Boney, but he wouldn't have it. The board would only allow me to pay him $200 per week on a new contract that started immediately, and he is getting paid much more than that. He's getting paid £600 right now, so that wasn't working for anyone. Now, I did win the December Manager of the Month. We had a really good month coming back from, pretty horrible October, and we won every match, including a cup match in December. This was the second time this season that I was winning Manager of the Month, and that's the point at which the board offered me my new contract. I wish at that point, though, I would have been able to negotiate a higher wage budget, but alas. Now, by January 1st, we're playing Blythe, and this sets a new unbeaten record for the team and a new consecutive win record for the team. Would quickly, we got the new records just on time, because then we would lose in the following game to Warrington. FA Trophy, 4th round. This is, oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Dagon Red, I think, is Dagenham and Redbridge. Maybe. Oh wait, was I hovering over it? Yeah, Dagenham and Redbridge at home. They were 5th in the National League at the time. They've fallen to 7th since then. But again, another huge win here. 4-1 win. At that point, one of our starters, regular starters, Mongoy, he left just in time for this game on a 1-month loan, and Heaney over here was playing injured. He was playing with a tight calf. He was Mongoy's replacement, actually, and he ended up scoring, it seems. I'm looking for him on here. I don't see him. What's this little symbol? Who knows? 1, 2, 3. Are those assists? Those must be assists. Yeah, because he did assist in Abby's goal in injury time in the first half. So beautiful game here. We scored 4 of our 7 shots on target. Our XG was significantly lower, but we pulled out a win. Felt good. January 30th was when Stevenson made his debut on loan, and why did that bring us to Broadbent? There you go. Stevenson makes his debut, scores a hat trick. His form would end up sort of going down after that. Do I have his last 5 somewhere here? He hasn't been playing that well since then, is what I'm saying. But what a debut it was, and we ended up winning Manager of the Month for January as well. So huge couple months between, December and January. At that point, the board gave me an A+, and my performance review, the job security, said untouchable. I loved it. And my supporter performance review was an A+ as well. That is like the best month I've ever had, the best couple months I've ever had in Football Manager. FA Trophy 5th round in Feb was against Banbury, and it was a 2-1 loss. February 17th against Darlington, pretty impressive. Click the wrong thing. This one. Pretty special because Abby scored all 4 goals in the first half. He won Player of the Week after that. I think it was the only time that one of our players this season won Player of the Week. But again, it's a testament to how bad our defense is that we went up, I guess, 4-2. I guess it wasn't that dramatic, but without Abby, we would have been lost. I can put those goals on as well. See if they play somewhat smoothly. But I feel like, we need to give Abby his flowers for the work he put in this game. So here's the first one now, and look at this run. Finds the space beautifully off of the keeper's glove. This was a beauty, and it was a sign of things to come. This is a throw in. Heaney crosses it. Abby heads it in. Barely slides past the post, but he was on fire this game. This is a free kick from Corrigan. Heaney's gonna cross it again. Exact same play. Abby heads it in. I think he was just, the defender in this game was outmatched by Abby. This is gonna be their second goal. A beautiful one. Big mistake by our defenders here. And now Heaney, you guessed it, again, crosses it in. Abby for the 3rd time. I think this is an exact replica of that other goal, but he heads it in. And I think that makes 4 for Abby. We're in the second half now, and Darlington is going to get one more. They're going to end up getting a red card. And that's the story of this game. Still, we had the higher XG, but it was a back and forth. Now, Feb 24, Banbury were really our kryptonite this year, or at least this month in February, because they had one over on us again. I thought at least we could get revenge, but the scoreline stayed the same. 1-2. I thought this was going to be our first scoreless game of the season, but thankfully in the 87th minute, Martin pulled through again and at least saved us from going scoreless. What else do we have here? Let's get into April now. April 1st was actually the first game of the season where we didn't score, and remember what I said. We had a really poor run of form at the end of the season here. So for the first time, April 4th, April 1st, sorry, we don't score. All Spennymoor needs is one goal. And at this point, we were trying to clinch a playoff spot, but we just couldn't. We kept losing. Finally, April 6th against Bishop's Stortford is, not only did we put an end to this poor run of form, we did clinch our playoff spot in this game again. Look at Abby, a 9.0 match rating. We need to hang on to this kid. And we clinched the playoffs because of our position in third place. We got to skip the quarterfinals, played Chorley. In the semifinal, we won that one 3-1 pretty decisively to end with two questionable. You see, Ryan Corrigan is actually supposed to be a fullback. We're training him now to be a central defender because we need it. But he's like a 2-star, and then Marriott is only a baby. Yeah, 20 years old. He's a 1-star central defender. He's developing quite well, but that was huge from them, and we're gonna have to figure out what we're doing with our back line for this final game today. But that does bring us to the Vanarama North playoff final against Scunthorpe today. If we win this game, we get promotion to the National League. I am so nervous. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let the computer, fan, then the laptop cool down a little bit, and then I'll come back with my face cam and we will play together for promotion. Okay, let's do this. Okay, there's nothing left to do but go into this match day and attempt to win a promotion in our first season with South Shields. I'm genuinely so nervous. Let's go to this press conference. Oh, I almost did send assistant. That's how nervous I am. Okay. Only one journalist. This is a huge game. One match away from promotion. How tough an opponent are Scunthorpe? They have been a challenge for us this year, so let's not give them too much credit. How important would it be for a club like South Shields to win this final and secure promotion? Let's not be rude. Yeah, let's go full positive on this one. You got the better of Scunthorpe during the regular season. Barely. Is that something you'll draw on for inspiration ahead of the final? All goes out the window. Are you confident ahead of the upcoming tie? I'm gonna project confidence even though I'm not confident. Everyone does their job, meaning if defenders defend like they're supposed to defend for once. Given how well South Shields played against Chorley, presumably you'll be asking for more of the same. Yeah. Would you agree that Danny Whitehall will prove to be the main threat? Absolutely. Especially against our defenders. So let's take a global global approach. Who is their main threat? set the full team. I know Ogle. I'll say Ogle. Fitzsimmons or Ogle. I'll say Ogle, even though it's Whitehall. Oh my god. Yeah, let's just go neutral. Recent reports have linked you with a move to for West Ham central midfielder Tyron Akpata. That's genuinely the first we've heard of it. Your team has struggled on the road for a long time now. Quite intense players and sometimes seem intimidated. No, I'm just gonna... I didn't like that answer, but can we expect John Valentine to get more first team opportunities now he's signed a new contract? Not with us, not a chance. Maybe with the youth team, but I don't really manage that. Okay. Thanks, Ken Summerfield. Oh my god. We're advancing to the game now. I don't know if I want to hold a team meeting because recently the players have been upset with our central defender situation, and I'm right there with them, but I'm stuck between, I'm like the players. I want to strengthen our central defenders, but we can't right now, not without that the board doesn't want to help us on that front. So I'm gonna skip the team talk to avoid making things worse, and I think in the dressing room, that's where we'll get everyone encouraged and pumped and ready to go. Oh, it's getting closer. I should have done this maybe before getting on camera, but I thought doing the press conference would be fun. Okay, here it is. Here we are. I know, that's what I said. Jimmy Dean, shut up. Okay, everyone is capable at least. Team selection is going to be huge. So, I'm not going to take any of this advice. I'm going to go right to team selection. Okay. Since Little is better, I will put him in the team because maybe we need some of that experience, some of that 37-year-old leadership. So let's put Little in for Marriott. Now, do I want Marriott on the bench? I am keeping this front four, and then I have Martin to come in as a sub. Do I want Luke James on the bench instead of Heaney? Now his form isn't good. He's out of shape. We're gonna go without a keeper on the bench. Don't make me regret it. Joe Gomez is young. His fitness, his match sharpness is low. So I think we'll go this way. Now, do I want to put... Oh no, did I get rid of him? I guess I did. Okay, Adams. Oh no, Adams is who I was thinking of. Do I want to put Osterfield, the kid, on? I don't think so. Well, no, we'll start with Adams again. Just that experience. He's 32. Osterfield is a baby. This is the biggest match of the season. Now, what is the situation with Smith? Oh yeah, we gave him injections for this game. CJ Clark will be replaced by Briggs to start, but he's going to be on on the bench, and I'm sure we're bringing him in either for Smith or for Briggs at some point in the game. Who are we realistically bringing on? Heaney, Clark, and Osterfield. Maybe Martin if we need to at striker, but Stevenson can always move up to striker if we need, and then we can slide in Heaney. So I'm happy with this starting lineup and this bench. Let's submit the team and go play this game. Corrigan, he's feeling the pressure, but we can deal with that. Okay. Alright, this is it. Let's get going. I don't want to say this is a massive match. I don't want to put more pressure on. So I'm gonna say, let's give the fans a promotion party at full time, shall we? Pumping fists. That only fired up Adams. Everyone else, at least everyone else, is composed. We're gonna give them an encouragement shout pretty early on. I hope we'll do extended highlights, I think. We'll really draw this out. Okay, they have Whitehall. They have Ogle. Should we let the pre-match play? A recent form is very medium. Very medium. Alright, a shake of the hand. I went with a Zendaya in the Challengers haircut. Okay, so we were on highlights and we're not starting with a highlight. That being said, this is an important match. We'll do extended. Okay, let's go. Around the 10. Oh no. Okay, it's a highlight for us. It's a free kick for Adams. I would have preferred Briggsy takes it, but let's see what Adams can do. Do we have the determination to hunt it down? Lukman is running for it. Good. That's the end of that highlight. Around the 10-minute mark, I'll shout at them. We've got a corner kick now. Smith is dangerous. Watch, it's gonna bounce back to him and then he's gonna cross it in. Blackett reaches it back to Smith. Blackett can't cross. Briggsy can though. Briggs passes to Corrigan, Mongoy, Smith, and Abby, and it goes right. Good start. The pressure's on. We've got an XG going and they don't. Let's shout some encouragement here. This is going quickly. There are not a lot of highlights. And I don't like this at all. I kind of like it because as long as they're not scoring, we'll get one in at one point. So far so good. We'll let the game play out. Adams throws it in. Pass to Smith. Nice run by Stevenson, and that was a great chance. And it goes out for another corner. It's gonna be Smith again, or Adams? Smith, okay. Taking the corner. Who's gonna head it? Stevenson, and it goes out. Yeah, Stevenson, not known for his headers. Got a golden foot though. He has scored some headers actually in the short time he's been with us. We're getting all the highlights, so that's good. If we can get a goal in the first half, I'd be happy. Lukman is gonna take it up the side. Just lets it go though. That's a little bit odd. We'll keep an eye on him. He is on the 6.7. Little, I think we're gonna have to release him at the end of this year. He's gonna be missed, but he is an older gentleman. Stevenson passes it up the middle to Blackett. Briggsy is he's our creator. Back to Little. We're thinning them out. We're finding our chance. It's a game of possession here. We need more determination than that from our runners. To be fair, that pass was a little long. The highlight continues, and Roberts gets a hold of the ball. It's a one-on-one with Boney, and our star, Boney, makes the save, and it goes out for a corner. This is where we need a little work here. I'm worried. There's Ogle. Stayed out. Smith clears it. Beautiful, beautiful. Please let that be the end of the highlight. It's not yet, though. Ogle to Roberts. They've got us. Oh, okay. Beautiful tackle. I was afraid that was going to be a foul. Mongoy takes it up the right side here. He's going to cross it into... Who's there? Is that Black? Briggsy. Briggsy. We need better finishing than that. How long? Okay, thank God. We just keep... I was not complaining, but remarking that there weren't a lot of highlights at the beginning, and now the whole game is just a highlight. So Boney has been working on his distribution this year, and huge improvement. So this could be good here. But it's not. Stevenson intercepts. Fantastic. He's gonna run it up. He's got legs. Blackett calling for it. It goes wide to Abbey though. It doesn't reach him, but Lukeman now recovers it. Takes it up the right. Come on, this is it. This is it. Blackett headed in. He had two defenders on him. Stevenson is gonna keep it in. Good boy. No, Briggs should have created here. Stevenson crosses to Abbey. We're definitely putting the pressure on. I like the way that this is going. We're the better team right now. I don't like this. Okay, good. I'm gonna wait for this corner, this highlight to end, and then I'll encourage them again. Law takes the corner. See, I told them Ogle would be dangerous. And they weren't happy that I said it, but I see right through them. Corrigan now. And that's the end of that highlight, so let me encourage the team before we go to another highlight. Because sometimes if you get the timing off, the shout will only register after a highlight, and depending on what happened in the highlight, the players will get upset. Only one person took it poorly though. It was Adams. Old man Adams, he's uninterested. He will take it up though. Nah. Their defenders were ready for us. Okay, smart marking here. This is Adams. Nice run. Okay. Gonna take it up the middle, are we? No, we should take it up the right side. Yep, Abby. Oh my God. They've studied us good. Beautiful interception by Lukeman. We're gonna reset here, let everyone sort of get back in position. Lukeman's gonna send it down the middle, probably Corrigan now to Smith. Can Mongoy get the run? It's way wide. He's gonna have to cross it to Blackett. Okay. I'm gonna praise. I can't because I encouraged them too recently. Okay. We're not gonna go more defending quite yet because our strength really is in our attack. So maybe around halftime is when we will go very defensive, start thinking about wasting time. Here's a highlight starting with Scunthorpe. Clunan has it up to Law. He gets the run in. Look at our defenders doing their job. It's gonna go out for a throw-in now, I believe. Okay, good. I'm looking at the clock. I want to get to halftime with a lead, and I'll be happy. Here's another highlight. Goal kick, but we get a hold of it. Mongoy, they've got so many men on us though. It's gonna be hard to create anything from here. Abby's gonna get a hold of it, but no. Thankfully, see, this is why we had to move our defensive line back. We didn't let them get that run in. Briggsy up to Abby. Split them out a little bit, try to bait some of their midfield to move up a little bit. Make some room. Smith up to Abby. Mongoy, we've got a runner here, but they get the tackle in. They're not going to create anything with that. It's looking good, guys. It's looking good. Famous last words. Way out. Did we deflect that, or is that a goal kick? A goal kick. Okay. I'm going to give them a little praise here so that they stay focused. Going into the last few minutes of the half. Smith seems to be doing okay. Our attackers playing very well. Let's just get into halftime now. Okay, it's a goal kick for Boney. Took it short, which I'm happy about. What's Corgan gonna do? Up to Smith. Be smart, guys, be smart. Briggs, we're really focused here on like determination, marking, pace. I don't like this. Beautiful Adams. Adams showed up to play today. I'm happy. Could be his last, could be the captain's last game with the team, so he's come out to play. Blackett's not going to be able to dribble this pass, will he? No way. But he will attempt a cross to Abby. Abby and Smith both went up for it. Ball went over the goal. And will that bring us only 1 minute of added time? Which is great. Briggsy taking a free kick here. Mongoy is gonna... It's game over, guys. We're getting promoted. Yeah, that should have been the last play of the half anyway. So we'll wait to go into the locker room and then take it from there. Okay. So we're exceeding our XG. Pretty even on corners and fouls here. Got a bulk of the possession, which is going to be key. It's going to be key in the second half. 4 shots on target, they got 1. I mean, this XG for 1 shot on target I think is pretty strong. Let's go into the dressing room. We'll give... First of all, let's talk about going very defensive for the second half. A little less intensity, but we don't need to be leading the second half. We can sit back, park the bus, and sail into promotion. So in possession, I'm going to waste as much time as possible and take it back. I think everyone's doing well enough here. I'm not going to move around the defense yet, and we're not really looking at any injuries. I could take Smith out just to preserve his health. But I think he'd be coming back next season healthy. Anyway, it's too soon to take anyone out with how well we've been playing. So we're not making any subs, and I'm gonna tell them I want to keep controlling possession. I don't care about shots anymore, so I won't take the assistants recommends. I'm gonna say we're controlling possession. That's what we want. That's especially what we want. In the second half, everyone is positively chuffed. start the second half. Oh, I need to restart the camera. I'll wait for the right time. Maybe we're just gonna fly through the second half and not need to restart the camera before the outro. They've got possession now, though, and it's coming right out of halftime, so they've got a plan. Stevenson puts an end to it, though. I'm gonna disappear for a second, and the game's gonna keep playing for you. Be right back. Back just in time for another highlight. I think I must have just disappeared for a split second, and I came back in time for Stevenson's goal. In a way, I'm kind of glad that he wasn't involved too much in the first half, because again, we're not gonna have him come the fall as much as I'd like to. Newcastle's not gonna let that happen, so nice little send off for Stevenson and South Shields, but I'm glad that we got there without him too. This is beautiful. I don't even need to praise them. They're all just happy at this point. Let's not get complacent, but I don't think that in the game of this magnitude they're gonna get too complacent. I will give them a little praise after this. After this highlight, this could be a goal for Scunthorpe, but I wouldn't be too worried about it. Who's gonna catch up to it? It's gonna be Scunthorpe. It's gonna be Law. We don't need to reset, guys. Everyone just stay back. Ogle takes it back down the center to Roberts. Clunan now. They can't get through. And Lookman clears beautifully. Near the very end, I'll just put some subs in that I want to, that have played a big part this season, and I want them to say that they were, they played in the promotion game. Scunthorpe goal. I'm getting too excited. With a half hour left, I'm not convinced. I won't praise them now though, because it'll confuse them. But I'm not worried, is what I meant to say. We can ride this. Let this be a goal for us. Little taking it slowly up the middle to Abby. Abby's gonna pass it to Lookman. Lookman is going for the run. He wants to make a mark on this game. He wants a new contract. He crosses it into Mongoy. Smith. Oh my god. Stevenson keeps it alive though. Crosses it in. We can't get the shot off. What an effort by our attackers. But now Scunthorpe are on the counter. Thankfully, it goes out for a throw-in. Okay. Let's give him a praise now. Oh, no, not yet. Adams is gonna take a corner. I'm whispering now because if I don't, I'm gonna go full shouty, as Work the Space would say. Okay. You can probably hear my heart at this point. It's probably a trigger of its own. Okay, now I'm gonna praise them. Just get the moods up. There you go. I like those smiling green faces. 20 minutes left. I'm not gonna sub anyone off yet. Everyone's been playing brilliantly in this game. We get a throw in here. I want Brixie to do something in this game. He's been our star player this year. It's gonna be Mongoy though, off the crossbar. Abby heads it across, and their keeper Fitzsimmons manages to grab onto it. Okay, at 85 minutes, I'm gonna sub in some players just for the sake of it. Oh, nice play. Somehow Boney didn't have to touch it. Lookman's getting tired, but he's playing well, so I don't want to take him off. He doesn't deserve to come off. Adams is going to take a corner here. Can we get one more in before we make subs? Blackett, back to Adams. Adams is going to cross it in again. Now Brixie. Come on, Brixie. To Mongoy. Mongoy could score from there. But we're wasting time. See, they're following instructions. That's good. Is that a pen? No, that was just a really nice tackle. Okay. They're nervous, though. Almost kicked it out. Beautiful run by Clunan if he's onside. But he can't get it on goal. Okay, wait. I'm gonna wait till the 85th minute to sub in some players who deserve to be. Okay, no, let's do it now, because actually Abby is getting tired and he's on a 6.4. Who do I want to sub in on this game? Heaney, Martin. I definitely want to put in Osterfield. I don't want to sub off any of our strikers, so sorry Martin, you're gonna have to stay on the bench. They've just played too well to be taken off. Heaney is gonna come on. Yeah, unfortunately, Captain, we need to give Osterfield just a little time. And I guess Smith, because he's injured, so we can justify that. And sub on. Oh, there it is. No, because Clark hasn't been training well, so that's what you get. Okay, they're gonna sub on now. And a highlight for Scunthorpe. Maybe the subs were a bad idea. I just wanted to give them playing time. And now it goes over the goal for a goal kick. Come on, 7 minutes. Lookman looks like he's given everything. Oh. Baby boy. You can do it. You can stay in. See that beautiful cross up to Stevenson. And another Stevenson goal will definitely put it away now. There's no coming back for Scunthorpe with 5 minutes left plus added time, which will be quite a bit because we scored a few here, but see, Lookman, aren't you glad you stayed in? Got an assist. Okay. To be fair, he's not asking to come off. It's the assistant manager telling me to take him off. I know better. I know my players. Hey, what are these faces? Struggling. Oh yeah, okay. Fair enough. But you'll be happy you were there. Alright, 2 minutes left in extra time here. The win is ours. The promotion is ours. We did it. Last play of the game here. Law's gonna take the cross. Boney says, nuh-uh, not this late. And he's just gonna hold on to it. Waste that time, Boney. Nice little goal kick. Scunthorpe determined to still win. But we're not letting them. We're not letting them touch the ball. We are letting them touch the ball, but keeping them away from goal. They can barely get past half our midfield. Scales, though, will take it from there. Not a chance. Not a chance. You don't have that kind of foot, Scales. And I think that's it, guys. I think that's a promotion. For us, it's a matter of seconds. Ref, blow your whistle, please. We've gone past 5 minutes now. Corrigan is just gonna clear it. Blow your whistle. Ref, come on. And there we have it. It's all over. We won. Promotion. There's no animation for it? Okay. I don't care. be tough to say bye to Stevenson, but we got there in the end without him. So that counts for something. I mean, without him, he was on the field the entire time. Did nobody give us a chance? Okay, good. Everyone's happy, composed at worst. That's it. I think this is where we finish this video. Maybe. Let's go continue and see what I guess we'll wrap up the season at this point. Let's go look at our inbox. There's a lot to read. Promoted to Veteran National. Great. The board set the initial wage budget for the upcoming season at $30,000. Not much of a transfer budget though, but this means that we can immediately jump in and re-sign Boney. Unexpected promotion. It wasn't unexpected for me. I came into this club with the intention of doing this right. I guess we'll go to the press conference. I don't know if you want to... No, send assistant. We went to the press conference ahead of time. I'm busy partying in the dressing room right now. Yes, Smith injured 2 to 3 days. That's fine. That's vacation time. Collective bonus. Oh yeah, the bonus payout. That's fine. And let's skip past the scouting meeting. We can do that during the summer. I don't want to do any of this. I just want to see the season wrap up. Okay. I had to go through my inbox a little bit, skip ahead a few days, but we made it to the end of season review. So let's look at a few of the reports in this, and that's where we'll leave it off for this video. So transfers in and out we can skip for now. Final position. My laptop is screaming for a break. Third is our final position. Average attendance of 61% capacity. Not bad, I think, for this club at this level. Paul Blackett was our top scorer, and the board should be more than pleased. I think this should be an A+, but I'll let it go. So here we are. Got the second promotion spot in the league, and we're going to be joining Scarborough in the National League. We went through these earlier. Not much to say about these. Moments to remember. Biggest win, 6-0 to AFC Sudbury in the Cup. Match to remember, that's the one that we looked at actually, so I'm glad they agree with us that the match to remember was the comeback win substitute extraordinaire from James. And now the computer is calming down. Goal of the season was Mongoy. Truly memorable goal from the right winger Mongoy as he hits a low drive from 21 meters out. Should we look at this? Get the fan going a little bit again. Did we already look at this one? Let's have a look. I just want to see this Mongoy goal again. I'm exhausted after this season. It feels so real. Okay, is this the goal? Nah, he's not gonna score from here. That was a cross into Blackett. Beautiful. Let's go to Briggsy now. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, just kind of like floated or bounced in. That does kind of deserve the goal of the season. It went through enough people. I guess we'll look at the rest of these goals before we click out. Oh, big mistake on the left here. This is Old Man Adams. We're just, that was our midfield, really. That was our midfield that let that one go in. Final goal for South Shields, throw in from Lukeman. Beautiful pass in, and Stevenson's gonna get his second of the game. Nicely done, boys. The finances, we'll just skip through some of these shirt sales though. This looks about right. Martin is surprising. Blackett, Abbey, Briggs, and Boney, they all make sense. And to be fair, this is all green up arrows. So, nothing to be mad about, even though we were in the red for a little bit. This is our key players. This is our best 11, I guess. So Boney. Yes, the Osterfield Lukeman. Great. Broadbent, we already transferred out. Little will get transferred out, so these two positions need some looking at. Briggsy. I don't know if Briggsy's going to be good enough for the National League. Something we need to talk about or think about. But fantastic for the National League North this year. And then our attackers. Like I said, I think there was one game where we didn't score, and that was it, which is pretty incredible. Oh, here it is. So it was August, Manager of the Month, December, and January. I'm gonna look at all of this a little bit closer, but I don't want to bore you. If you've made it this far, you'd probably sit through more of this, but fastest goal, 32 seconds. Youngest goal scored, 19 to 37. Transfer fee, highest transfer fee received, 9K. We did start a 16-year-old Osterfield, but he's been holding on. Fans Player of the Season, Briggs. Good. Okay. History in the making. Excellent. So, we'll finish here. Guys, thank you for hanging around. If you've made it this far, you're the person I should ask, do you want to see more of this? If so, maybe we'll go through the summer transfers and I'll come back and show you which team we're going into the National League with. That being said, I'm gonna go and sleep for 1,000 years now before this next season starts. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope this video was enjoyable. I'll see you very soon in some more regular scheduled programming.